Your number one journalist here, Mr. Montgomery. Now, living in London, me as an individual, I'm very privileged. I'm privileged to have a lot of free things, free school fees, free school meals. A lot of things for me was free, free travel, so many things. But if you live in Africa and if you live in specific countries that don't have the development that they need and they're not as developed as they're supposed to be, a lot of things that are supposed to be mandatory come at a very expensive price. So in Africa, school is probably expensive, food expensive, and let's not even talk about jobs, the shortage of jobs. And when you're in a position of influence, you should be able to get that stuff quickly and also give to other people. Now, this has been the case because Wizkid, yesterday I announced that Wizkid just signed a deal with Nike and they created his own jersey. Now, even bigger and better, Wizkid has announced that he's going to make a school, a business school for kids in Lagos. Now, he tweeted this, hashtag education for every child. Surulere, Lagos, Ghana and Benin Republic. Let's get it. Education for every child. Using my own profits from this business partnership with Nike to build a school back home in Lagos. I'll need help from fans to pick where we start this, trying to build a school in every country in Africa. That is my dreams. Now, I believe Wizkid 110%, not because I'm just a Wizkid fan and not because I'm just a guy that likes Wizkid, but I'm choosing to believe him because this past year, a lot of the things he said he was going to do, he did it. He came to London, he did free shows, he met up with fans, he gave back, and I think Wizkid really enjoys the position he's in. He hasn't released a lot of single songs this year based on label complications. He has a few songs and majority of them are features. So I think Wizkid has really been doing groundwork and building relations with not just artists, but people within the industry and people that need help. This is a big move. We don't usually hear in media that artists are doing things back home and artists are helping people that are less fortunate. Now, Akon, 3 years ago, announced that he's going to provide light for 600 million people in Africa, a thing that was not really recognized in the Western world, a thing that just went over a lot of people's heads. I think a lot of people forgot who Akon was. So for him to announce that, I think a lot of people that just didn't care about Africa and poor areas, they just thought, oh, whatever, man, just another black guy doing this. But for me, as an African and as a person that likes Wizkid and supports the culture, I'm more than happy for Wizkid, man. So wherever this is going to be, if he needs support, if he needs some form of exposure, I officially decide to give it the most exposure as possible and let these media companies know that there's a superstar that is trying to bring benefit to Africa. Not saying that not every artist doesn't want to do this. I'm sure 90% of artists want to. In fact, I'm sure all artists want to be able to build a school or want to be able to help people within Africa. But not every single artist has the opportunity. It's only a small number. And Wizkid being one of them, he's using his influence. So let me know what you lot think. Where do you think needs schools? Because I'm looking at the statistics in Africa and there's a lot of countries that lack schooling. The schooling system is poor. Sierra Leone, Somalia, Niger, Togo, a lot of countries within Africa, and I'm not just talking West Africa, I'm talking the whole of Africa. The infrastructure for school is very poor and it's lacking. But leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.